Okay, so get this. We're going deep today.
Deep.
Yeah, deep dive into this big change happening in tech.
Oh, yeah.
Open source AI.
Yeah.
You sent over a whole bunch of articles about it.
I did, yeah.
And it's pretty amazing stuff, like really interesting.
It is. It is.
So basically what we're seeing is open source AI, it's catching up to,
Right.
and sometimes even like surpassing those big expensive AI models,
Yeah.
the ones built by the big companies.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one player in particular, DeepSeek,
Oh, yeah, DeepSeek.
developed in China
Uh-huh.
that has really kind of like, I don't know, thrown a wrench into things
Interesting.
and sparked a lot of debate.
It has, yeah.
So are you ready to kind of unpack all of this?
I am, yeah.
All right. So one of the sources you sent me features Dr. Alice Shabana.
Okay. Mm.
She's the co-founder of the Open Tensor Foundation.
Right.
And she really believes that the future of AI,
Uh-huh.
it's not just about,
Yeah.
who has the most money to throw at it.
Right, right.
And DeepSeek is kind of like her poster child for that idea.
Yeah. That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
You see, open source AI, it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about tearing down those walls, you know? It's
Oh.
about collaboration,
Yeah.
sharing code, sharing research, sharing knowledge
Right.
to build something really incredible together.
Yeah.
And often doing that without,
Yeah.
needing megabucks.
Right. And DeepSeek is like the perfect example of that.
Absolutely.
They built this thing for a fraction of the cost
Yeah,
of what the traditional AI models cost.
exactly.
So it's really kind of like David and Goliath
Oh, yeah.
in the AI world, and David's winning.
That's a good analogy.
But how? How did they pull that off?
Well, you see, DeepSeek utilizes
Yeah?
a very unique approach to natural language processing.
Okay.
It relies on a decentralized network
Yeah.
of smaller specialized AI models
Okay.
that all work together
Yeah.
to achieve these complex tasks.
So it's like a team effort.
It is like a hive mind almost.
Uh-huh.
And this distributed architecture, it allows them to leverage the collective power of
No, yeah.
so many different contributors.
Yeah.
And that dramatically reduces the need for these massive computing resources.
So it's not just about being cheaper.
Right.
It's a completely different way
It is, yeah.
building AI. It's a fundamentally different approach.
Yeah. And why does all of this matter?
Well, because it opens up a whole new world of possibilities,
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
More accessible,
Yeah.
more affordable AI solutions
Uh-huh.
for everybody, not
Yeah,
just
Right.
these huge companies with deep pockets.
Yeah.
Like imagine small businesses,
Mhm.
schools, even individual researchers
Right.
harnessing the power of AI.
Wow.
That's the true power of open source,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really incredible picture you're painting.
It is exciting.
But let's go back to DeepSeek for a second. Okay.
Because it wasn't just this quiet debut.
Yeah, no.
From what I read, it really kind of like
Yeah.
sent shockwaves through the whole AI community.
It did.
And it even caused like a
Yeah.
dip in the stock market.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So what was it about DeepSeek that was so disruptive?
Well, its release was
Yeah.
what you might call a black swan event.
Okay.
See, a lot of experts, they believed that
Yeah.
achieving this level of sophistication in AI
Mhm.
required,
Yes.
enormous resources that
Mm.
only a handful of companies had.
Right.
But DeepSeek, they basically turned that assumption on its head.
Wow.
Yeah, they caught everyone off guard,
Uh-huh.
and they really shifted the entire landscape of AI development.
And I guess that's kind of where the politics come in.
Yeah, I think so.
Because DeepSeek didn't just shake up the tech world.
Right.
It seems like it really kind of ruffled some feathers
It did.
in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened?
Well, DeepSeek kind of triggered a pretty strong reaction from
Yeah.
U.S. lawmakers,
Wow.
particularly those who are concerned about
Yeah.
China's, growing influence
Right.
in the AI field.
So they see it as a sign that China is
Did you?
catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rapidly closing the gap.
Right.
And some are even calling for like
Yeah.
tighter restrictions
Yeah.
on AI collaboration and things like that.
So you're talking about Senator Hawley's bill,
I am, yeah.
the one that aims to restrict AI imports from China
Mm,
and limit U.S. AI tech exports.
right.
Yeah. He even specifically called out DeepSeek
He did, yeah.
as a reason for concern,
Mm-hmm.
saying, and I quote,
Okay.
every dollar and gigabyte of data
Hmm.
that flows into Chinese AI
Right.
could one day be used against the United States.
That's a pretty strong statement.
It is. So where do you stand on all of this?
It's a very complex situation.
It is, yeah.
with valid arguments on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand,
Yeah.
the potential for AI to be used in ways that
Yeah.
could really impact national security.
Right.
That's something we can't ignore.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, restricting collaboration could also stifle innovation
Right.
and hinder progress in a field that
Yeah.
really has the potential to benefit everyone.
It does.
So it's a tricky balancing act.
It is, yeah. What stands out to you the most about this whole open source AI revolution?
I think what's most fascinating to me is how DeepSeek and this whole open source movement are really challenging our assumptions about how AI development works.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that innovation can come from unexpected places.
Right.
And that collaboration can be a really powerful force for progress.
It can be. I completely agree.
Yeah.
So what's next? What do you think the future holds for open source AI?
As open source AI continues to evolve,
Yeah.
it'll be very interesting to see how different countries and organizations adapt.
Yeah.
Will we see more collaboration? Or will concerns about, competition and security lead to more restrictions?
Yeah.
It's a question without easy answers,
It is.
but it's one that's definitely worth thinking about.
It is, yeah. A lot to consider.
A lot to consider.
And this is really just the tip of the iceberg.
It is, yeah.
When it comes to open source AI,
Absolutely.
it's a rapidly growing force.
Yeah.
And it has the power to, reshape the tech world as we know it.
It really does.
So if you want to keep exploring this topic, we've got some links in the show notes.
Right.
That'll take you even deeper.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
It was great talking with you.
Yeah, likewise.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Absolutely. I'd love to.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, great.
See you later.
See you later.